Big as the Super Bowl. The difference is it's just two guys.
What's up, man?
They did in the studio.
Trying to change it up a little bit on the live, man. What's going on? It's Tuesday, January 30th, man. And just like it says on the clock, man. So my thing to this morning, I'm gonna be on here about 45 minutes, maybe to an hour. We'll see how it goes. But my thing is, man, everybody's talking about Super Bowl, which is great. We're gonna be talking about it for 2 weeks. But something came across, and it was a good question in the email. Which, by the way, if anybody wants to email me, go ahead and email me. You just go ahead. It's right there on the bottom of the screen, on the clock20@gmail.com. I got 4 really good emails. One of them being about free agency. People were talking about free agency. Everybody's focused on the Super Bowl, which they're right. We're focused on the Super Bowl. Everybody's looking for it. We're all looking forward to it. But somebody was talking about, well, the trades are still going to happen. What trades would you like to see, or what trades do you think need to happen? What trades do you think need to happen ASAP? Which is a great question. To be honest with you, I saw on there that T. Higgins was going to be available in free agency if the Bengals don't sign him back up. All right, so let me read it to you. On ESPN, it says, T. Higgins, the Bengals will have to make an important decision on the 2020 second-round pick, who is at the end of his rookie contract. He had an off year in 2023, largely due to injuries, catching 42 passes, 656 yards, and 5 touchdowns. Off year, okay? Higgins is a prime candidate to receive the franchise tag, which is estimated to be worth $21.7 million. With Jamar Chase still on his rookie contract and Joe Burrow mega extension not set to take full effect until 2025, Cincinnati can afford to take the trio together for at least one more season. So what do you think? Because T. Higgins is on that chopping block. Do they let him go? Do they keep him? I would keep T. Higgins. If I'm Cincinnati, I'm trying to figure it out. I'm trying to figure out, what do we do to keep T. Higgins? How do we keep T. Higgins? God, T. Higgins. Jeez. Don't know. We got to see how that goes. There's a lot of free agents. I mean, for the Dolphins, we have Wilkins, who's on the chopping block there, but we're going to re-sign him. He's too much of a dog to not re-sign him, man. So I know for sure we got to sign him back up. I don't know, man. It's a lot. It's going to be interesting about free agency. They see here on this list that I'm looking at, Pittman's on here too. Michael Pittman Jr. for the Indianapolis Colts is on there on the chopping block. So Colts receiver has been targeted at a higher rate than Pittman since his Hall of Fame finalist Reggie Wayne in 2012. So yeah, the Colts will work to find a way to retain Pittman. I mean, they're going to have to, right? We're going to have to. Where else do you see a guy like that? Where else do you put him at? You know what I mean? Interesting. Very, very, very interesting. I don't see how that's going to work out for him. I don't know. That's going to be interesting. Very, very, very interesting to see that. To me personally, I think. Let's see. Derrick Henry's on the chopping block. Jeez, Derrick Henry. Where does Derrick Henry go? What do we do with Derrick Henry? There's a lot of people on here, man. A lot of good names that they got to figure this out. Huh. I don't know. Oh, boy. A lot of people in there. on this list. Let's see. I don't know where Derrick. I would love to see Derrick Henry go play somewhere else, man. What team would he look good to be land under? I don't know. Derrick Henry? Jeez. There's a lot of teams that could benefit from Derrick Henry. Shit. I mean, you have to use him. I mean, the Lions ran the ball 27 times in the first half, then ran it 7 times in the second half. So you clearly don't need this guy. You clearly don't need him. I don't know where you would put this guy at. That's interesting. Let's see. Yeah. Derrick Henry. I mean, there's a lot of teams that could probably put him on there. I can see the comments coming here. I guess, it's a lot of teams that can benefit from a Derrick Henry. That's just in my opinion. I mean, I don't know what anybody else would want to do. Derrick Henry would be phenomenal at like a Lions team, Green Bay. I mean, he wants to go to a team that's ready to go right now to win the Super Bowl. What team is ready to go win a Super Bowl right now? Damn, that's interesting. There's a lot of teams on here. A lot of teams. Boom, 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 boom. Let's see. I'm waiting for the comments to come in, man. I want to see, who do we go get? Who do you want? What trade do you want to see, man? What trade do you want to see the most happen? It's a good question. There's a lot of P teams here, man. Let me see. Tennessee Titans, Derrick Henry. I mean, that's a good one. Who's the Chiefs losing? They're not gonna lose anybody too much. Josh Jacobs for the Raiders. After an all-pro season in 2022 campaign, Jacobs balked at the Raiders, tagging him last spring, refusing to sign a tag, and skipping the entirety of the Las Vegas offseason. Still, he is the favorite of team over Mark Davis, and coach Antonio Pierce, their new general manager, has no relationship with Jacobs. So they think they might. They thinking like they might lose him. They might send him. Oh shit! I'd be interested to see that. Huh? To lose Josh Jacobs from the Raiders. I mean, where do you want to see in fan? I mean, for me, I don't know, but we Dolphin fans complain about Tua all the time. We just steady complain about Tua. That's all we do. We complain about Tua. We want new quarterback, but there's nobody really to go get, man. Who do you go get to replace Tua? There's nobody you can really go get out of Tua. I don't think there's anybody that can come in right now and play for us and be like, okay, he's helpful. He's being helpful. I don't think so. I don't think there's anybody out there that you can be like, yeah, this is the guy to go get for quarterbacks. I mean, you know what's going to be funny? Dallas fans, I would like to see you get rid of Dak Prescott and try to go get somebody. I really would. I know you guys can tell me I'm wrong. Whatever. I think you guys should. Chargers got Austin Eckler. Eckler and the Chargers had a very public contract standoff ahead of the 2023 season, which included Eckler requesting a trade before ultimately returning on a contract with added incentives. He struggled this season. However, he tied the highest drop percentage of his career. Eckler said he wouldn't rule out a return to the Chargers, but will be selective about where he plays next. With a new coach and GM, the Chargers investing significantly in the running back position on an already salary capped strapped roster. They're $54.2 million over the projected cap. Damn. So then Harbaugh's got to deal with that coming in there. Does he take him? Does he not take him? What team would you like to see? That's crazy. Where would you like to see? I don't know, man. Eckler's on the chopping block. You got Saquon Barkley. You got him on the chopping block. I don't know where you would want to go. That's interesting, man. Don't know. I don't know where you would go. That's super interesting. Super, super interesting. There's a whole bunch of guys here, man. Dallas Cowboys. I think Dallas Cowboys should just trade off. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. They're gonna keep freaking their head coach and their Dan Quinn at the DC. So maybe I'm just wrong. Eagles. Oh, Andre Swift. DeAndre Swift is on the chopping block here. Possible trade. God, that would suck for you guys. Detroit Lions. C.J. Gardner after a Super Bowl run. I don't know. Signed a 1-year deal with the Lions as a possible window to a bigger deal this offseason. I'm sure they're going to keep him. There's no way they don't keep him. Who cares about Kirk Cousins? Kirk Cousins' contract will void March 13th, preventing the Vikings from using the franchise tag on him and guaranteeing him a path to the free agent market. Lame. Nobody cares about that guy. Who cares about Kirk Cousins? I mean, you guys will probably benefit from Dallas. Dallas, you probably benefit from that guy. You definitely would, man. Ain't no way that you guys don't benefit from him. Let's see here. Comments. Norm Holloway. Yo, what up, Norm? What's good? What's good with you? I don't know, man. A lot of teams. Norm, there's a lot of teams that need some free agency, man. Give me some teams here. Talk to me. It's a boring Tuesday. This is a boring time for you guys. You guys don't do nothing. It was way live yesterday. New Orleans Saints. Wide receiver Michael Thomas. Thomas isn't technically a free agent, but the Saints have to work his new contract before the third day of the 2024 league year or trigger massive future roster bonuses. That means he is either coming back on a new deal or will be free agent for the first time in his career. That guy's hurt too much. Like, do you guys really need him? Like, who would want to pick him up, and what kind of contract does he expect? That guy, I think I've seen him in 3 seasons play, maybe 7 games, 8 games, maybe. Oh, Tampa Bay Bucks quarterback Baker Mayfield. The Bucks want Baker Mayfield, but the offensive coordinator Dave Canales is gone. How much can they pay him while having to account for a re-signing of Mike Evans, Antonio Winfield? Oh man, this sucks. Levante David, especially since there's no sure to be competition for Mayfield's services. The Bucks are projected to have roughly $34 million in salary cap space. Well, I'm not saying pay him $34 million, but I think he earned a contract. Am I right? What do you guys think out there, Tampa Buck fans? What do you think? Do you pay Baker Mayfield? I would think so. I think you pay Baker. You got to pay Baker. Why would you not pay Baker? I mean, I know Dave Canales, which that in itself is ridiculous. Dave Canales, after 1 season of being offensive coordinator, is now going to be a head coach. I know he spent 14 seasons under Pete Carroll and he was chilling over there, but I don't know, man. To me, that's iffy right there. To me, it is. I don't know. Let's see. Norm says, I don't know, man. Cowboys need to get a real running back and linebacker. Go get Henry. That's a good spot for Derrick Henry to land. I mean, that's probably what the Cowboys are missing. I mean, no offense to Pollard, but Jesus Christ. I don't know, man. They do need a big back. Let's see. Norm also says Mike Evans probably gone. Yeah, probably, man. I'm reading here Baker Mayfield. They have to re-sign Mike Evans. The Bucks have to re-sign Mike Evans, Antonio Winfield Jr., and Levante David. Now, that's pretty primarily on Mike Evans. Does Mike Evans really want to return, or does he want to go to a team that he can, win a Super Bowl with? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's, to me, where, it comes in. Like, what do you do? Does he really want to come back or not? I think he would want to come back. Because, I mean, he could have been gone years ago, even before, Tom was gone. I mean, I don't know. He could have been gone right after Tom, too. Antonio Winfield Jr., that's a big loss. Levante David. But I think Bay should sign Baker to like a 2-year deal to like, 11 million. Like, why not? 10 million? Why not? He earned that. Baker earned having, I think he earned not only the starting spot, the team. I think he earned all that stuff. I just think he deserves a contract. I think he played well enough to get a contract. Mayfield threw for 4,000 yards in the regular season, 9th best in the league, while his 2.8 touchdowns to interception ratio tied him with Brock Purdy for the 9th in the NFL. His 28 touchdown passes were 7th most in the league. I mean, saying those numbers like that, what do you think? Who knows? No, I don't think he takes the pay cut, man. I don't think he at this point in his career, why would he? Why would he take a pay cut? It says here the Bucs have a $34 million salary cap. You can add 5-10 million to his contract, and keep Mike Evans. Antonio Winfield and Levante David, they're hard to replace. Those are hard guys to go after and replace those guys. But I don't know. I think Baker earned a contract to play with those guys. I really do. I really think he earned enough time to do that. Even though the 49ers are in the Super Bowl, defensive end Chase Young says here the 49ers don't have any significant decisions on pending free agents, but Young presents an interesting case. The Niners gave up a third-round compensatory pick. Jeez, I could have learned how to talk. To acquire him, get a big sign deal. I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one. I don't know what that's at. They have to. Let me see. Norm says how many free agents they have to sign. So the Bucs, it says here, they got to find a home. Well, they got to make a decision. Do they sign Baker Mayfield? And that's what they're trying to figure out. They're trying to figure out, do they sign Baker Mayfield? Because Dave Canales, the offensive coordinator for the Bucs, he's now the head coach over at the Carolina Panthers. So with that looming on the Tampa Bay bucket list, or over their heads, they also have to re-sign Mike Evans, Antonio Winfield Jr., and Levante David. Those are the three that they're focused on right now, and they have a $34 million salary cap in space to do it. So I don't know. I don't know. To me, it's interesting. Like, what do you go do? You know what I'm saying? To me, it's interesting. Where do you go to go get him? I think Baker earned a deal. I think Baker earned enough to win not only the starting spot, to earn a contract with the Bucs for another year. Even if he did another year, 2 years maybe. I think he earned 2 years at the very least. 2 years at what? Another 8, 9 million, 10 million. You got 34 million in cap. You should be fine. Sorry about that. So they got a couple guys they got to sign, man. We'll see. Let's see who else. Who else is on the chopping block? What other free agents do you want to see? That's another good question. I mean, I don't think Dallas makes any moves. I think they acquire people. I don't think they lose anybody. I think they find a way to keep everybody there. That's just my opinion. This microphone is killing me. I think that's my opinion. They find a way to keep everybody there, but we'll see. You know what I mean? I don't know. Trades that I would like to see. I mean, it's not like last year where everybody was moving around and everybody was trying to get somewhere. So it's not like that. You know what I mean? But shoot, I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know where to start at, man. I wouldn't know where to start at. Minnesota and Kirk Cousins. I don't. They were there. Who was saying it? I can't believe I can't remember what show it was. It was on Barstool Sports. I forget who was talking about it. I forget their names, but they were talking about getting Kirk Cousins. If Brock Purdy has a bad Super Bowl, you know what I'm saying, to go get Kirk Cousins. And I'm like, come on, man. To me, that's a bit much. Like, this kid freaking gets your team to the Super Bowl 2 years in a row, NFC Championship in his second year. You know what I mean? No. I don't think if Brock Purdy has a bad Super Bowl, I don't think you just cut him. I don't think you just cut, Brock Purdy. That's crazy to me. Why would you cut this kid? And they were talking about how they should go get somebody else. And, Brock Purdy's not having a good game, and they should let Brock Purdy go if he doesn't have a good game and go get Kirk Cousins. Like, what are you going to get out of Kirk freaking Cousins? I don't understand why this guy gets a free pass. It's because he's just church heavy. Like, I don't understand why Kirk Cousins gets a free pass every single time. He should be a backup by now. Why is he not a backup? I don't know, man. Kirk Cousins to me was the problem in Minnesota. He really was. I don't think Kirk Cousins is the freaking answer. There's nothing he's done that shows me like, yeah, Kirk Cousins, he's elite. Like, oh yeah, this is the guy we got to go get. Nobody. I don't believe in any of that stuff. I don't believe that you could go get Kirk Cousins and say, oh yeah, this is the guy that should replace Brock Purdy at the 49ers. No. Barstool Sports was tripping when they were talking about that. Barstool Sports was saying that if Brock Purdy has a bad game, they need to go get Kirk Cousins or replace him. Like, get out of here. Ain't nobody gonna. No way you replace Brock Purdy with Kirk Cousins. No way. That's like replacing Dak Prescott with Cooper Rush. You get the same type of quarterback. Dak ain't gonna get you to the promised land. It's gonna be freaking hilarious. It's not gonna work. Hey, Mr. Holmes, long time no see. How you been, sir? Let's see here. Mike Evans to the Chiefs. Wow, that might be huge. And I got something to talk about the Chiefs too. I don't know if you guys saw what Kadarius Toney put on his IG live. Bonehead move, but poor guy didn't realize he was the issue. But I'll talk about that in a second. But Mike Evans to the Chiefs. Do the Chiefs have enough money to do that? Do the Chiefs have enough money to get Mike Evans? I mean, yeah. Could you imagine that? That would be big to see Mike Evans go to the Chiefs. Mr. Holmes, I might have to bring you on this live, man. That's a good freaking that's a good one there. What makes you think that he should go to the Chiefs out of all teams in the NFL? Just because they're ready to win the Super Bowl? Because that would be nice to see, man. I can't lie to you. I cannot lie to you. I don't know how much they have in cap space. I don't know if they're doing any re-signings or anything like that. I wonder if they took care of all that. He said, I'm good. I'm on the road. I can't. I got you. No problem. But that is a good one to bring up, Mike Evans to the Chiefs, something that you would like to see, huh? And he need a receiver. Yeah, he does. I mean, Rice has been doing pretty well too, but to have accommodated with Mike Evans on the other side of him, oh hell yeah. That would be beautiful to see that, man. That would really be beautiful to see Mike Evans. I mean, that's a good one, man. That's what I'm talking about. I would love to see that, man. To see Mike Evans do it. Heck yeah. Because let's see, Holmes says this was the year they're supposed to lose, but if they win, they're going to get weapons. Yeah, speaking of that, man, Holmes, I think it was more the fact of, I think it was like life without Eric Bieniemy. You know what I mean? Like they were trying to figure out where guys go and what fits them now. What's the keys to winning? Andy Reid, for whatever reason, I don't know how he did it, but he did it. He fixed the old line. I don't know if it was the blocking scheme. I don't know if it was the personnel change that he did, but the offensive line change. First thing I noticed with the Chiefs, because in the beginning of the season they were real rocky, getting them homes a lot, and I think he changed it up first and foremost. But I don't know. I see that he changed a whole bunch. And you're right. On paper, Holmes says on paper they were a bad team, right? Yeah, you're right. You're right. On paper they didn't look like they were going to be very much. But again, great teams find a way how to do it, right? Great teams find a way to make it happen. Now you got the Chiefs, and he figured out a way to put people in need. The one thing that I noticed, and let's just talk about it right now. Kadarius Toney, am I saying that right? Kadarius Toney, he got removed from the picture. There were so many times that I saw, and my brother, my homeboy, he loves him because he's a Florida Gator. I get it. There were so many times that he messed up. And last night or a day before, whatever it was, he went on his IG live and he was mad that he's like, yo, I'm not hurt. I'm not hurt. They're just not playing me or whatever the case is on IG live. And I'm like, yo, they were doing you a favor by saying you were hurt so you can still manage and try to go to another team later on, or whatever the case is. I think they cut him. But in the beginning of the season, he wasn't doing nothing. He was playing trash. And I think they were just being nice to you, bro, and kind of saying, hey, see you later, peace out. You know what I'm saying? But that's another change they made, Holmes. We gonna talk. I'm gonna hit you up. I appreciate it, bro. Please do, man. Please do. I love talking football, man. Hey, and if you want to come on here live with me too sometime, let me know. We'll put you right on, man. It's easy work. But again, I don't know, man. The Chiefs on paper did look pretty bad. They weren't supposed to be here. They weren't supposed to be in the Super Bowl. If Mahomes wins the Super Bowl and he makes it 3 out of 4 that he's won, I mean, he's already in the GOAT talks. Now you're just trying to place him wherever you want to place him at. Brady will always be number one. We learned that yesterday from Raheem Monroe, that he's always going to be number one. I agree with that. 7 Super Bowls, how you not put him at number one? He's the Michael Jordan of the NFL. You got to put him up there. But you're right. They didn't look very good on paper, but they figured out. Championship teams always figure it out. Good teams figure it out. And they both 2 weeks in a row went to 2 different locations and beat the home team. It is what it is. Norm Holloway put, no, he won't. No, he won't what? No, he's not the GOAT. No, he's not in the GOAT talks. Like, come on, man. Stop it, bro. Stop it. You and these emojis, man. You and these emojis. Come on. How are you going to tell me that kid is not in the talks? How? He's been to 6 straight AFC championships. 6 straight AFC championships. Brady cheated. Norm, I forgot how much you hate those Patriots, man. I forgot how much you just dislike those dudes, man. And God, I wish you were on here. I know you probably can't type a whole bunch. You're probably at work. Oh, I know you ain't talking about Mahomes. I know you're talking about Brady cheated, man. Brady's the GOAT, man. Brady is. What do you want him to do? Brady's, Mike. What do you call it? Harbaugh. He cheated too. He cheated too, and he won a national championship. They're not taking that away from him. He cheated too. Did they cheat or not? It's hard to say who cheated. Like if you're saying Tom Brady was up there with if you told me Tom Brady was up there with a camera himself, just him, Edelman, Gronk, they're all up there with the writing shit down, like what the plays are doing, they're drawing the stuff out, or they got the camera and they're trying to film all that stuff. Like I don't know why I did filming this way. It's not a 8mm. I don't know who does cameras this way anymore. But what do you want me to say, bro? What do you want me to say? Like, come on, man. It's not Brady up there doing it. If you told me, the idea came from Tom Brady to put another team over there and, he go do this. He knew and benefited from it. What do you mean? Like he was part of the master plan? You think Belichick brought him in here and was like, hey, Brady, we're going to film the Jets practice and we're going to help you win football games. By the way, that's an excellent Bill Belichick impersonation. I want you to know that. That was an excellent Bill Belichick. We're gonna do this. I don't know, man. I don't know if he was in on it. That's hard to say if Brady was in on it cheating. That's hard to say that. Oh, man, I love this cup. That's hard to say that, bro. Look, it's true, man. It's hard to sit there and say that if Brady knew it. Maybe I don't know. The footballs I could probably give them to you and say maybe the footballs he knew with Deflategate, maybe he knew what he liked, what he didn't like. I don't know. We'll see. Shaking my damn head. Norm, I know you hate them Patriots, man. I know you do. And you're going to have the same conversation. In 5 years, you're going to tell me the same thing about Mahomes. Mahomes is a cheater. You're not going to like Mahomes. You're not going to like Andy Reid. You're not going to like any of those guys. You're going to say all kinds of crazy shit about him, man. You know you are, bro. You know you are. I don't know if he cheated, man. I can't say that about Brady. I don't know. I don't know if he cheated or whatever. I have no idea. That's funny. Anyway, free agency. Give me some free agency, man. Talk to me about free agency. Who else wants to talk about free agency? Who else got an idea? Brandy Boss Chick Jeffrey, what's good? How have you been? How's our son? How's our kid? It is what it is, man. Let me share my screen here. I don't know, man. What about Austin Eckler? God, he might be going too, man. Austin Eckler might be leaving. Saquon Barkley. I know that guy's pissed off, man. He had to play a whole year in that shitty system, man. Jesus, I know he's pissed off. I'd be pissed off. I'd be pissed off if I had to play in that bullshit, man. I wouldn't play in that bullshit. Not I, sir. Not I, sir. Too funny. Yeah, the NFL is going to be funny, man. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how it's going to work out, man. Let's see. There's just a lot of people that, I mean, I don't think there's going to be a lot of movement this year, maybe. If people move, it's based off of frustration. I think Stephon Diggs should be done with the Bills by now. I do think that. I think Stephon Diggs has probably reached his highest level of festivity when it comes to those Bills and Josh Allen, man. I mean, how much more can he waste? How much more time can he waste playing with Josh Allen and those Bills, man? I mean, those Bills. I mean, Mahomes got their number. It doesn't matter where they play at. Everybody told me that, oh, they're playing the Bills Mafia now, so it's different. Home field. That shit didn't matter. He came in and kicked your ass, took your toys and left. Let's see. Who's Buffalo losing here? Gabe Davis, wide receiver. He plans to explore a free agency in March. I don't know. Maybe was he a good? I don't know. I don't see much about him. You have defensive tackle from 53-man roster under contract for 2024 is Ed Oliver. Ed Oliver, in addition to multiple free agents, defensive end, Jones was a key starter alongside Ed Oliver when healthy. Jones missed 9 games due to a torn pectoral, suffered in week 5, and bringing him back would make a lot of sense. But with Buffalo dealing with a tight cap situation, actually doing so might not be so easy. So that might be a good reason to shop around old Stephon Diggs. Shop him around and see what goes on, man. Who knows? I probably would do it. I would do it. I definitely would do it. Baltimore Ravens. Who are they going to? I don't know what they're going to do. I know Baltimore Ravens need to cut Justice Hill. I said that yesterday. Cut Justice Hill. Just cut him. Take him right off the roster. Don't even worry about that guy. He ain't never going to play again in a Ravens uniform. Not if it was up to me. I'd remove his ass quickly. That bullshit blocking he was doing. Jesus. Just take him right off the roster. Just take a pencil and just erase him. Just erase this dude. He ain't even going to play here no more. He's out of here. Gone. See ya. Erase him right out of existence for those guys. I would. Oh, boy. There's a lot of moves that they can do, man. We got to see. We got to see a whole bunch of, I know schedules are coming out, a whole bunch of stuff going on. What's going on in the NBA? Ain't shit going on here. I ain't been excited for the NBA at all, man. Does anybody get excited for the NBA anymore? I don't get excited about the NBA anymore. I mean, the only thing I saw last night was Dylan Brooks hitting LeBron in the face. That's just been repeated all morning. LeBron always takes the high road for a guy that's 6'8", 245. I'm just knocking people out, man, at this point. I'm too old to be getting hit in the face, bro. Too old. There's a lot of possibilities for free agency. Let's see here. 32 teams who will shape the 2024 offseason. Who are these guys? No, see the same thing. They're saying the same thing. Why would you even pick up Kirk Cousins? Look, just get rid of him. He's done. He's out of here. Screw this guy. Who cares about him? Michael Pittman for the Colts. That's another good one. I know Holmes was telling me about moving Mike Evans over to the Chiefs, but this is another guy, Michael Pittman. I mean, the Colts better keep him as a weapon. They better do something. Top guys that I'm trying to go after, if I'm a GM, is Derrick Henry, Mike Evans, possibly if he's allowed to, if you talk to other people. I mean, Derrick Henry for sure. I just love a good run game, man. I just love a good run game that opens up the pass. I mean, that freezes linebackers, opens up crossers, opens up digs, um, daggers, whatever you want to call it. It's open. I just love freezing the linebackers, forcing them to come up and try to tackle Derrick Henry on a play action. I mean, that's huge, especially when you got a guy like that who could close football games, man. That's it, man. Free agency. We're done with it. I'll be back on here tomorrow. Talk some more, man. That was a good one. That was a good email. That was a real good email. Look, it's at the bottom there if you can see it. Go ahead and email me, man. Let me know. Email us for topics or to guest appear. I don't care about it. ontheclock20@gmail.com. Tell me what you think. Tell me what you email. I mean, they were perfect emails. I really appreciate them. There was 2 of them I'm not going to bring up. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to deal with it. I always get emails about youth football. I always get emails about local Tampa youth football and, what team's going where and who's doing what and who's coaching where. And I don't. If you want to talk high school football, I'll talk high school football, but I'm not talking youth football. I'm not doing that to those kids. There's no reason to even bring that stuff up. These guys that chase this whole, oh, we're gonna try to get them exposure. They're not ready for exposure. They're children. Get them ready for school. Get them ready for, watching a movie or something. Get them ready for bed. But there's no reason for exposure at that young age. I don't care what you tell me. I don't care who tells me what. There's no need for it. You're not getting anything out of it. So, but you want to talk high school football? We'll talk high school football, but I'm not answering questions about youth football. I'm not even bringing a panel of youth football coaches on here. It's not even worth the time to do that stuff, man. That's just glorizing something that doesn't be glorized anymore. But if you want to talk about anything else, man, let me know. Holler at me, man. That's all I got. That's all I'm going to do. I'm just chilling. You guys have a good one, man. Be easy, be safe.